Hello, I'm Alexandria. I'm here today to share some basic employer support of the Guard and Reserve (ESGR) information with you, including your re-employment rights under the law when you return from military service. Please remember that this is a quick overview. If you have any questions about your rights or responsibilities, please get in touch with us through various means at any time. We will share that information at the end of the briefing. The mission of ESGR is a Department of Defense (DoD) office that develops and promotes supportive work environments for service members in the reserve component. This is accomplished through outreach, recognition, and educational opportunities that increase awareness of applicable laws. It also assists in resolving conflicts between service members and their employers. The ESGR end state ensures that all employers support and value the employment of reserve component members in the United States and territories, increasing the component's readiness. The three core missions of ESGR are made possible by our amazing state/territory committees, which include over 2,800 dedicated volunteers. These fantastic people come from small businesses, industry, government, and education and have prior military service experience. Their diverse backgrounds and wealth of knowledge help us support employers, service members, and their families in meaningful ways. Our employer outreach mission collaborates with employers to promote their support for hiring and retaining service members. We offer various employer programs such as boss lifts, employer briefings, and job fairs. Additionally, we encourage employers to support their National Guard and Reserve members through the Statement of Support program and educate them about the laws governing employment and re-employment rights. Our military outreach mission helps service members by educating them on their rights and responsibilities. We often provide opportunities for them to acknowledge their supervisor or employer through our awards program. Finally, our ombudsmen offer free, impartial mediation services to resolve conflicts between service members and employers because of military obligations. Ombudsmen function as experts on federal laws that safeguard the employment and re-employment rights of service members. No matter where you're from, we have amazing volunteers who are excited to help you. Check out our website at www.esgr.mil for contacts in every state and territory who are eagerly ready to support you. USERRA protects individuals in uniformed service from employment discrimination based on their military status and ensures their prompt re-employment when they return to civilian life. The law aims to prevent service members from being disadvantaged in civilian careers. It guarantees that they are treated like non-military employees and reinstated without penalty upon return. Key points of USERRA include the following. Service members should receive the same treatment and benefits as non-military employees, but they sometimes require different handling to ensure fair benefits. Congress intended to protect service members from penalties in their civilian jobs due to military duties. A typical 5-year limit applies for restoration rights. For specific inquiries about your employment and re-employment rights, our subject matter expert ombudsman will provide contact information at the end of this presentation. State active duty refers to when members of the National Guard are called up by their governor and the orders are funded by the state. This does not include duty under Title 10 or Title 32, normal drills, or annual training. USERRA was modified to include specific situations of state active duty, including service for 14 days or more. It is in support of a national emergency declared by the President under the National Emergencies Act, or it is in support of a major disaster declared by the President under Section 401 of the Stafford Act. While ESGR can answer questions related to state active duty, because the orders are state-funded, the appropriate offices for mediation and enforcement at the State National Guard for General Assistance, DOL Veterans Employment and Training Service for enforcement. There may also be similar protections under state law for such active duty. If a Guard member questions whether the new law applies to their state active duty, we encourage them to contact their commander, who may want to engage their unit's JAG. Members may also contact their state's Federal Department of Labor Vets Rep. More information and important reference material regarding the new USERRA legislation can be found in esgr.mil/resource-library/fact-sheets. To qualify for your rights under USERRA, your employer needs to be someone who currently employs you. Additionally, you should have left your job for military service, and you'll need to meet all of the following criteria. Give your employer prior notice. You need to inform your employer that you will be serving in the military. Notice can be given verbally or in writing, although written notice is highly recommended. Electronic means from a personal device allows for the proof that you provided the notice and did not resign. Documentation is your protection against he said/she said situations. Serve in a respectful and honorable way. It's important that your time in military service is viewed positively, meaning you should aim for an honorable discharge. Remember, if you receive a dishonorable, bad conduct, or other than honorable discharge, or if you're dismissed or dropped from the rolls, you might lose your protections under USERRA. Let's keep everything on the right track. Serve for no more than 5 cumulative years away from your current employer. Only a new employer will allow the 5 years to start over. Return to work promptly. After completing your military service, you must formally apply to return to work in accordance with the USERRA time guidelines. Do not disregard these timelines. If you miss them, your employer may consider you AWOL and apply standard company policies to terminate employees who are absent without notice. To keep your reemployment rights under USERRA, you need to return to work or request reemployment according to the following timeline. 1 to 30 days of service. You must report back to work on the next scheduled workday after safe travel home and 8 hours of rest. 31 to 180 days of service. You must submit an application for reemployment within 14 days after release from the period of service. 181 days or more of service. You must submit an application for reemployment within 90 days after release from the period of service. You can apply at any time up to the maximum allowed, but you should coordinate your return date with your employer. Though not required, it would be best for you to submit your application for reemployment in writing. A sample application is available on our website at www.esgr.mil. Welcome back to work. It's important to schedule a meeting with your HR as soon as you return, just to make sure everything with your reinstatement is in order. Don't forget to discuss your healthcare benefits, which should kick in as of your reinstatement date. If you plan to catch up on your pension contributions, ask your HR how that process works. The law allows you to make those missed contributions. You'll have 3 times your deployment period to pay it back once you're back at work. Also, if your employer contributes to your pension, remember to make your contribution first. Please review your reemployment position and pay rate while considering the escalator principle. I would like to let you know that your seniority is intact. Also, kindly provide any updated drill schedules, unit contacts, and final certified orders to HR. Thanks. I'm looking forward to seeing you back in action. You may qualify for additional employment benefits if you are injured while serving. You may need to handle certain medical issues before returning to work. You can call the 800 number to get more information. If your employer goes above and beyond to support you, we have several ways to recognize that support publicly. The first award is the Patriot Award, presented to individual supervisors. You may nominate up to 4 supervisors. All nominations recognize what they have done for you as your civilian supervisor. Spouses of guardsmen or reservists can nominate supervisors for a Patriot Award. Many employers support National Guard and Reserve spouses voluntarily. When one spouse serves, adjustments in childcare, household, and work are needed. We recognize supervisors who support these spouses. The 7 SEALs Award is presented to recognize significant individual or organizational achievement, initiative, or support that promotes and supports the ESGR mission. Service members wishing to have their employer or other deserving individuals considered for the 7 SEALs Award should email their ESGR state/territory committee. The Above and Beyond Award honors employers who go beyond USERRA requirements. It's given to those with a supervisor recognized with a Patriot Award, often after signing a statement of support. The Pro Patria Award is given yearly by each ESGR state/territory committee to a small, large, and public sector employer in their area. Eligible employers have received the Above and Beyond Award, have a supervisor honored with a Patriot Award, and have signed a statement of support. The Secretary of Defense Employer Support Freedom Award is the top award for employers supporting military service. It's given annually to 15 employers at a Pentagon ceremony. From October to December, National Guard and Reserve members or their families can nominate employers. Learn more at www.freedomaward.mil. The Statement of Support program is key to ESGR's mission to gain employer support for the National Guard and Reserve. The program aims to encourage employers to advocate through public events. ESGR holds signing events nationally and locally. Employers can request a statement of support at www.esgr.mil. Communicate with your employer about your military obligations. Keep them informed. Just so you know, employers may not be familiar with USERRA law. What seems like a violation might be due to a lack of knowledge. Appreciate your employer's support. It helps with future military duty interactions. Set a good example for others. A bad experience can deter employers from hiring guardsmen or reservists. If you need help, you can always use your local resources, but don't hesitate to contact your state/territory committee or our national headquarters. Even if you aren't sure if your question is an ESGR or USERRA issue, we can help get you to the right people and answers. Please scan the QR code to get to your state contact information.